Gabby, this is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. Thank you for completing your independent writing practice test. You subscribed to my speaking and writing feedback service, and I'm giving you some feedback on the writing practice test you sent me yesterday. Okay, so I have the independent writing rubrics here, and I'm also looking at your essay here. Now, I'm going to give you what I consider my estimated score here. So you wrote 292 words in 30 minutes. And let me take a look at the grammar for a minute here. Let me show you. I'm going to get just a quick peek. So your average words per sentence is 20.8. You need to do a little better than that. You need to get closer to 25 words as your average sentence. I think that's going to help you. Your characters per word is 4.5. You want to try to get that number closer to 5. Your Flesch Kincaid grade level is 9.9, which is a little bit even below high school, really. So I think you can do better with that by, I think, more advanced vocabulary and longer sentences. I think those are two key areas. Now, the other thing is the introduction here, it's only 38 words. I don't think that's as appropriate. You need to get closer to 100 words on the introduction. So that would be one comment here. I think you also need a more specific thesis that connects to your body paragraphs. Now, notice how you have these sentences here. These are what I call templates. I have seen these sentences many, many times, drawing from my own experience. But notice, if you see drawing from my own experience, who's doing that? You're doing that. So you have to say, drawing from my own experience, I noticed that my parents, blah, 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 or so you need to use I as the subject to connect back to that modifying element, or you have what's called a misplaced modifier. So when I read through your essay, I see quite a few problems with sentence structure that you have to be careful about. Let me see if I can show you one more example here. I'll just give you one example. How about this one? You say, I remember when I was in secondary, you want to say secondary school. I think it's going to be better there. And one of my best friends, you need to make this plural, at the time, used to invent excuses. You say for don't going out. You want to say for not going out with me. So just in that one sentence, I had to make a few corrections there. So it means that as I look through the essay, I can see other corrections. And I think you need a little bit more development than this. Your goal is to try to write about 450 words. Maybe instead of 2 body paragraphs here, you can write 3, and that will show some more development there. Right? So looking at the rubrics here, I think I'm looking at the 3 area. I think this will give you your score here. I think it says addresses the topic using somewhat developed explanations. I think you can develop your body paragraphs in your introduction more. I think you have may display accurate but limited range of sentence structures and vocabulary. I think that's another problem. So because of these 2 problems, I'm going to put you in the 3 area, maybe 3.0 out of 5. Around 20 to 21 points out of 30, according to the ETS's rubrics that they use to score this particular type of writing. Okay, so to help you with the organization and the development of ideas, if you go over to my TOEFL blog, right, I think this is a good list. It's called TOEFL, this one, Independent Writing Strategies. I think this is a really good lesson for you, this one. Right? So what you want to do is when you look at this particular, this is a pretty big lesson here. Look at the model response for agree, disagree. You have the model response for explain both sides, model response for make argument from multiple sides. You have 3 different models, which will give you an idea on the kind of development and organization you're looking for. Also, I think the third area, write a specific 3-point thesis. I think that's a good one. Also, remember to read 3.1, avoid these overused, generic, and grade-killing thesis statements, right? And that'll give you some good tips on framing your thesis statements for this type of writing. Okay, and thank you for completing this writing practice test.